Hello there guys and welcome back to a new video. In this video we're going to be reviewing the Class 168 in the Chiltern Railways livery. So I'm assuming it's going to be similar to this, the 170 Turbo style Midland Mainline, which I got not too long ago. They're in the same sort of packaging, so I presume it's going to be slightly similar, so I have to see. And at the end of the video I'm going to do a comparison to see what the differences are. Okay, I've just got out of its box. First impressions, it looks a lot like the 170, just with an extra one in the middle. Here is what it looks like with the packaging. So it's a 168 brief history, a nice image of it, and if you want to read it, feel free to pause now. I just want to go ahead and say before we do the detailed section is this is not a perfect model. I bought this for a lot cheaper, so if there's a bit of paint on it in some parts, that will not be obviously in your normal case, but I paid, I think it was about £126 compared to what you'd usually pay is a bit higher, so it's not going to be the most perfect. So at the end of the model we've got some warning symbols, obviously the exhaust pipe which looks exactly like the 170, very detailed, nice separately fitted part, and then obviously underneath here we have got the coupler to join to the other units. Moving along the side, it's pretty standard until you come to this bit here which is the door. So you've got some more warning, disabled and a bicycle, and this is obviously point car A of the lot, so I presume the other ones will be car B and C. Coming to the end of the model, we've got this nice end door bit with obviously the steps to lead up into the door. Not the most amazing under detail, it is pretty good actually. We've got some moulded bits, not too bad, better than some other models I've had. Yeah. Obviously you've got your screw there if you wanted to take it apart on both sides, which is easy accessible I would think. I haven't been into it, but if you needed to replace anything in it, I'm sure it'd be easy to do. Going on top you've got some little fan vents. Similar to the 170 actually, looks quite the same. And now at the front of the model, so you've got obviously, this is pretty much a 170 front, but it has got a different coupler to the 170 because I've checked. But very nice, looks very good. Another thing to mention guys is that the middle car is driven, and as you can see there at the left of your screen, there's the paint on it. You see there on the window and that's been there, that wasn't me, it was how I bought it, which is why I got it a little bit cheaper. So, these two do have lights, just like the 170 as you can see here. So, because in the middle car is the power car, obviously it's got the engine in it, these two can both stay still, which makes really good pictures. Obviously, I've just compared it to the 170, but because my 170 is a two-car DMU, the motors is actually on the other side. So obviously I can't have four because I can only have three. So obviously the two motors in the middle, look, the middle for that one, and then the 170, they're the two motor ones, and then these ones are the lights. So obviously you've got backwards for the 170, back for that, and back to that. So they can all change lighting. I must say that these two are a lot brighter than the 170. Like the 170 is still good, but the 168 rear lights are a lot brighter. I'm going to change it back. The 170 has actually got brighter lights at the front than the 168. It's probably just my models. I'm sure they've put the same lights in, Backman have, but it's probably just my models that are like this. So take it with a grain of salt. Let's go over features then. It's the same as the 170 Turbo Star, simply because it's got lights and it's basically the 170 Turbo Star. Performance, 8 out of 10. It ran better than the 170. I'm not sure if it's just to do with my track being better or the model itself. I'm honestly not too sure. Detail, 8 out of 10, the exact same as the 170. Looks pretty much the same, obviously different livery, so things are going to be different, but generally the same livery, the same detail, so that's all good all around. And value, 10 out of 10, simply because you get free cars with this one. I paid £126 and you get free cars. Where the 170, I paid, I think it's about 118, something about that, so it's not that much more for a free car. The thing you're substituting is the rarity. The Midland Mainline 170 is obviously a lot rarer, and that's why it costs obviously a lot more. Let's go over what's different then. So the only thing I can really notice is on top at the front is the 168 has an extra vent here where the 170 doesn't, but apart from that it's exactly the same all over. And at the front, the 168 is slightly shorter than the 170. I don't think it's on the camera, but the 170 is slightly taller than the 168. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And from Dan's Trains, goodbye.